are back on your Steamboat Today morning show. We have Ron Krull from Off the Beaten Path Bookstore. Thought we'd take you back a little bit. You're like, that's old school.
Yeah.
Here's the new one, the new logo, right?
Oh,
Right on your
both
little
sides of the cup. I don't have to spin it.
It's perfect. Yeah, everyone knows. It doesn't take a logo to know. We're talking about Off the Beaten Path Bookstore, and we are talking with you. You opened recently the mountain location of Off the Beaten Path Bookstore.
That's right, in the lobby of the Sheraton.
Love it. It's a Christmas gift to all.
It's been very popular up there. You know, the mountain's busy, lots of people visiting. It's really great to see folks in town.
I know, it's so nice to have everybody here. So we've been talking about you all morning, locally owned bookstore that we have here in Steamboat. So proud. And you said that you're going to read to me, which makes me very happy.
Yeah, I mean, you know, one of the things that we take pride in as an independent bookstore is bringing forth books that are not the ones you'll find necessarily in every other place that you go look for books. So we've particularly established a relationship with a publisher called Unbridled Books. Unbridled Books is a very small publishing house. They identify wonderful writers and work to edit their work and bring it forward to the public. They don't do a lot of marketing, they don't do a lot of sales, their books don't get a lot of attention, but we found a whole collection of books, as you can see here, that are really great pieces of work and like to bring them to folks' attention. So when you come into the store, one of the things you'll see is a bookshelf that is the collection of Unbridled books. And so I brought a selection of them.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll tell you a little bit about them.
Okay.
The first one is a book called The Singer's Gun. It's a book by Emily St. John Mandel. She's written 2 books, actually 3. Sue has just read the galley of her 3rd book and liked it very much. These are thrillers, kind of spy stories, mysteries, exciting reads.
Okay.
Very interesting young woman.
This one says.
Yeah. So that's an example of one.
The Singer's Gun.
Yeah, The Singer's Gun. The Descent of Man I've talked about on
Yes.
this show before, so I won't spend a lot of time, but Kevin DeSinger's first novel, a really surprising story of a guy who discovers his car being stolen. Very crisp writing. The thing that I think makes this novel work is the leaps in the story. Kevin described this in his, looking back at how he wrote, as though he would go out onto the branch of a tree and then he would leap to the next tree, to another, to a new branch on that tree, explore that tree and leap to the next one. And the book does exactly that. The leaps are huge surprises. They catch you completely by surprise.
What an interesting way to describe your style of writing.
Yeah. This is the second book by Joyce Hinnefeld, The Stranger Here Below. I'll read some of this.
Okay. But, this is recommended by you, specifically.
Yeah, this is an Off the Beaten Path favorite.
Okay.
This is the story of 2 young women in the early 1960s who attend Berea College in eastern Kentucky. One an African-American young girl, one a white girl from Western Virginia.
Okay.
And they're roommates. And the story is of the relationship that they build during their college years and a few years after. They're very complex young girls. And I'll read you this paragraph, which is about one of them. Blackpool Road, where they lived, ended at the creek. The last stretch ran alongside some farm fields and then a patch of woods, a few big old trees right alongside the road. She would walk there early on a Saturday morning before the other children arrived to listen to the quiet, watch the minnows, sit below the pawpaw tree. Maybe she was too old to be doing this still, that spring when she was 12. Dogwoods about to flower. Crows crowding out the sweeter-sounding birds already, only a little past dawn. Maybe if she hadn't been so small and quiet, in truth maybe already a little strange, She wouldn't have been walking to the creek when the sun was barely up on a Saturday morning. And maybe then someone else might have found what was left of her brother Robert hanging from a rope tied to the biggest branch of a budding maple tree.
Wow. Okay.
Wow.
That makes you want to read on.
Yes. It's an example of the writing of Joyce Hinnefeld that kind of, I don't know, it paints this lovely scene and then confronts you with
Right.
this stark,
Yes.
image
Okay.
that says, wow, I need to know about this book.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, Stranger Here Below. And I wish I could have you read more to me. We're out of time. Can I take a rain check?
Yeah, we'll do a rain check.
Okay.
There are lots of other books. I'll let you hold
Okay.
them up as we finish up by Unbridled Books, and something we're proud to bring to the community of Steamboat and to folks who visit the store.
Okay, love these. Okay, an unfinished score. You've had that on the show before too. And Rick.
Madewell Brown.
Okay, and we have The Coffins of Little Hope.
Right.
Okay, so just a couple things that are offered at Off the Beaten Path Bookstore, both downtown and on the mountain. Ron Kroll, lovely to have you as always. And we'll see you again soon.
See you soon.
All right,
Thank
Steamboat
you.
Books online. We'll be right back with more Steamboat Today.